moved on a little bit by filling in the white around here, but I'm now going to finish this area off and show you how we can now make this face forward from the neck. We start off with 187, and that will be brought in to about there, where it will be lighter, but just under there, this is where we're going to be building the shading up. You can see already I've separated the chin, and just inside we need just a little more, and now with a little much stronger. There's white underneath it, remember. We now need to be a little more forceful with our 187. I have to put it on because that's 187 here without any base colour. You can see the difference. So we need that base colour on. A little bit of ochre in there too. Good. See, that tempers it down a bit. Now, this is the key colour. We want to put this in. Now, I could have put a line in there, but I won't do that because I want it to look more natural. So it takes a little longer to do it this way, but it's more effective. I just want to show you something interesting. If I was to put this directly onto it, this is what it would be like. See the difference between the two? That's because we've got the cushion underneath that. So once that base is in, you can then put a stronger colour on, and we bring that down a little more like that. Now that's all we need to do at the moment, because as we go on, in fact, I'm going to just touch it with my finger, not rubbing it, I'm just sort of patting it so that it blends it a little bit more. That's fine, because I'll be putting white back on top of that. But the reason I did that is this. If I turn this round now, I've already got some whites. I mean, I've got a couple of whites here, but I mean, this is only so that I don't have to keep sharpening them. And what I'm going to do now is coming from here, I'm going to use the pencil. Notice how I use the pencil, how I'm holding the pencil. I'm now bringing in going in the direction of the fur, cutting in over those whisker holes. I'm not doing that, I'm keeping it on the paper, twisting it as I go, and look how effective this is when it goes back into over the top of the mouth. And that will be like that all the way along there. Now here we've got a similar sort of idea. There's background going on here, so we don't need to do too much at the moment. But now just there, where that looks a little bit like a line at the moment, we can now just cut in on top of it. And the reason this is working is because I'm using a very sharp white. And when we get to there, it all goes in together, because that's the end of the mouth. Now just there, and then bring this down a little bit. The other way you could do that is you could actually bring it up. You could bring it up. Now let's do it both ways for you. You can come down or you can come up. But you still retain that. That's it. Now we've got that far, we now need to start building the shading up. As before, coming from here, building a little bit of the 187. Well, we've got to make it all one, and not all separate, so it's all got to be compatible. And remember, because I'll be putting some white back in again, we can afford to be slightly over the top with our shading here. So we can bring that. Now, I'm just going to show you, just turn it around. I keep turning it around because it's the only way that I can get the correct effect. You can see that effect coming there. And over here, up into there. Good. Good. So far so good. A little bit of yellow ochre. Okay. You can imagine I could never do this if I'd put the black on there. So you put the black on when you finish. Right, now the black needs to go in. Start off over here. Nice solid colour. But now here, what I'm going to do here is put the black on, but the black won't reach this area. It fades off before it gets there. And that will be made clear once we put the background on. So, solid here and here, but faded here. And same in here. We put the black in, but it's a marking that is in the fur. So we treat it slightly differently. And same here. And here, once again, we've got the background coming in here, so we don't bring the black down to that. I'll be rubbing the background in, so we don't want to start picking up on the black when we rub it. That'll just disappear up there. Now over here we just bring some more. This is the brown again. We can be a little bit stronger here. And then we can bring the brown over the top. Okay, now I'm going to bring in my colour shaper now, and I'm going to use that just to make it a little fluffy. This is after all cat's fur, so we can afford to be a little bit adventurous. As I said, when the original pictures were made, we didn't have the benefit of this tool. So it has given us another interesting technique, but you have to be really careful with it. It's so easy to go too far. But that's absolutely great. Now, we now turn it round again, and we use our whites just to bring in the effects. Now exactly the same thing here. Well, not exactly, it's slightly different, because what we're doing here is we're pulling some of the black back, but not too much, so we're really affect it's coming. And most of the time I wrap it on and you can't shut me up, but But you'll find that sometimes, especially in a situation like this, and I go quiet, that means I'm concentrating. And we're nearly there now. I just want to bring a little bit more over here. And then finally make sense of this. Pull that back in. So you're attacking this from two directions.